reporting on the games you love by people who love to game. The MMO Reporter Network.
Maybe you could show me some moves.
So let's go ahead and start with you, Allona.
Well, I happen to be running around Tyria and happen to catch the eye of the hero of Shamor, Kaladin Oakenshield. I did a slash wave and a slash blush, and he gave me a slash wink, and I slash swooned. It was wonderful.
Gotta love that in-game flirtation.
Bam!
That really got my heart pumping.
Perhaps the hero of Shamor can offer some insight here.
Happiness mode engaged.
Hello, I'm back.
Welcome.
Ready for action.
Happy to meet you, hero.
Glad to have you with us.
You'll find everything you need here.
Hail, traveler.
Wake up, you motherless Edens. It's time to go.
I'd offer the traditional pirate's greeting, but your spleen is better unperforated.
You're listening to Guild Wars Reporter on the MMO Reporter Network, brought to you by Audible.com. Get a free audiobook download at audibletrial.com/MMO Reporter, and by Doghouse Systems. Choose your weapon at doghousesystems.com.
Welcome to episode 195 of Guild Wars Reporter. I am Allona, and not as always, as typical recently, I am joined by the lovely Hunter.
Hello, anorexic Allona.
You need to stop with you hate the alliteration, and you are trying to prove a point.
What? I don't know.
No, I'm not being belligerent and trying to prove that I hate alliteration. by
it's
choosing...
a descriptive word that, it's fine.
For
What's
a
wrong with
disease. Awesome. M has my back. You're being a random A word again.
Well, I wouldn't say it's random at this point. It's pretty consistent.
That's true. It is consistent. So to start off with what we did this week, Hunter, what did you do this week? In-game, specifically.
Yes, I yelled at people all day Sunday as I played through Tangle Depths and other places in the hot zones, because Mach is difficult. Did some fractals here and there, some dungeons. I think we did Crucibles of Eternity. Were you there for that, Crucible? Did
I want to say yes.
I don't know. I did 2 paths with somebody.
Yeah, I was there for that. Ooh, Aurelium Allona. I like that.
And,
yeah, M is quoting you in the chat.
Oh, yeah. How many times do I have to tell you this? Yeah. I mean, I have explained that to you like 5 or 6 times.
I feel like no one listens to me.
Yeah. That's
another comment under quote.
Yeah. These are the things I say.
It's funny because it's true.
Yeah. Okay, so I did tons of silver waste because I'm trying to build up my bandit crests, and I've discovered that there's this guild that is constantly in silver waste called Too Much Loot, TML for short, and they're in there like 24/7, constantly doing the event farm in there, and then Vine Wraith whenever it's up.
Okay.
So yeah, and then like they also do like a chest train around the zone after Vine Wraith, so like, it's got everything you would want to do, so I would highly recommend going to the Looking for Group tool and checking that out if you need some Silverway stuff.
So kind of like the TZ guild that
Yeah.
you're in.
I bought yet more items for the specialization weapon collections, the shield, the torch, and the warhorn. I did staff last week, so I'm working on that stuff, and did a bunch of dragon stands to get enough crystalline ore for that. So that was fun. I didn't crash out a dragon stand that much because I've really that conservative method of not jumping all over the mouth of Mordremoth from one side of the islands to the other, that really prevents me from crashing a lot.
I don't think I'm going to work too hard at getting the specialization weapon collections done because I have enough on my plate. But that one, yeah.
I mean, they're free ascended weapons. I mean, they're not super difficult.
They are. It's just time.
I don't know. I wouldn't rule them out. That's all.
Oh, no, I'm not ruling them out entirely. It's just putting pause on those. Actually, I would like to get the Daredevil one. Ascended staff.
So, bow or whatever. Try to get the final few leyline events that I need to finish off one of the older current event achievements, but those events do not scale well, so basically I failed. Like every time I tried it. I need a larger group to try this out. Maybe that'll be possible with some updates, but we'll see. And I finally finished the second round of bandit bosses to get the Long Arm of the Light 2 achievement. So that meant there were 3 bandit bosses with the first bandit bosses that came out, and then there's another 3, one in Gandaren and 2 in Harathi. So yeah, killed those guys.
Now, are you finding the previous events, are they starting to get abandoned? Like, I need to do more of the just regular bandit bosses, but I'm kind of concerned that no one's going to be there for them.
Yeah, I am finding that they are kind of getting abandoned. The bandits less so than the leyline events, but I haven't done the bandits in a while, so.
They're not too bad because you, me, and like some random traveler in the world did one just before the show.
Yeah, but that was like a different kind of event because all we had to do was kill stuff, basically. And in the events that I need, it's the one where you pick up the leyline energy off the ground and you...
Oh, the ones we were doing in Blaze Ridge the one day.
Yeah.
Yes, I need to do some more of those too. Maybe make a plan for it.
We should plan something for the guild for anyone who wants to join us to finish those off, maybe. So anyway, did guild missions with RO, which went pretty quickly. Nothing to report there. I did the new event yesterday, 3 times. Pretty fun.
3 times?
Yeah.
Wow.
Doesn't scale well. Got most of the achievements. I just need the one where you do it 10 times, and yeah.
And it has a 2-hour timer, right?
Yeah, it starts every 2 hours, 20 minutes after the hour.
Oh, that sounds like it would be easy to remember, but I will always forget. I would actually need to set a timer on my phone for that.
I'm sure there's actual timers already with the API or something.
Yeah, I just need something that goes, warning, warning, drop what you're doing, go to this other zone. With flailing arms.
Just gonna watch your guild chat, I would say. People are probably calling that out for the next several days.
That's true. Well, it's new.
So that's what I did this week. What did you do this week?
It's Guild Wars 2 related, but it's not necessarily in-game related. My order from I Am 8-Bit arrived, so I'm very excited. I now have a Mesmer t-shirt.
I'm still bitter about the 2 shirts I bought from them.
That were too
small. Well, they were large, and they can't... Yeah, whatever. Go ahead.
Yeah. With that in mind, now Cal has a Black Lion Company t-shirt, and I had talked to you, did go up a size for him, and it fits him fine.
Snugly, I bet. I bet it fits kind of snug.
No, it's actually not too bad. Mine is, I did a size up from what I would normally do, and it fits okay.
So it's snug.
It is snug. but it doesn't cling in unfortunate areas. I'm not sure if women will know what I mean by that.
I'm just going to assume boob or gut related.
Midsection.
All right.
There's enough give in the midsection, but it is form-fitting to a certain degree. I think the one size up would have been too large, like too baggy, but it's hard to say. I might actually, if I ever decide I want to do another order, I might try the next size up just as a trial to see. But, I mean, it fits, but, I mean...
Yeah, I can't even wear the ones I got. Large... Every other t-shirt I've ever bought, large has been enough, but not for these ones. These ones are about the same size as a small. I would have gone like maybe 2 sizes up from a large.
Yeah.
I'm not a big person.
I had a shirt that was a women's fit, and it was a different company, but it was still a Guild Wars 2 shirt.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of went from that. So I got the same size as that one. That's hashtag in chat is mentioning, what about the next size up and then shrink a bit in the dryer? That could be another, like, this one is, I put it on, I basically like stick my hands inside the shirt and like do a punch out just to do a stretch to get it stretched out a little bit. Because when I first put it on, I was like, but on top of that, I also got the vinyl LP and I'm super pleased.
Yeah.
We have a record player.
Yeah, Craig from RO got that as well. Mm-hmm. So lots of people getting their LPs.
It's beautiful. I have the download code. I haven't downloaded the digital files yet. It's nice to have them, but they're on SoundCloud, so it's like, meh. But I would like to hear what it sounds like on the record player.
Yeah.
I'm super excited. I did 2 nights of temple raids with your other guild, TZ. Just kind of hopped on with them.
Yeah, they're in the LFG tool every night at reset, so for North America.
I finally listened to what you said and started using that.
Wait,
that was one of the yellings
listened
that
to
happened.
Something I said? Oh.
Well, after about the 4th or 5th time, it started to sink in. And I got one of the items I needed for Astralaria. So there's still one I'm missing, interestingly enough, in the show notes further down. We're going to talk about that a little bit. And I did some fractals a few nights. Once for mock guild stuff,
right,
which is Saturday nights is our guild night. I don't know if it was with Yum specifically, but we have a few members that are in Yum as well as in mock. So Lauren and Voluptus, I think, did some raids with them the other night. We tried a really high level cliffside, and it was the first time I had done it since the change. So it was really quite interesting, the changes that were made to it. I really liked it.
Yeah, it really streamlines things.
Mm-hmm. And I like that instead of running through the corridors along the back, you're running along the front.
Mm-hmm.
So you're on the wooden walkways.
Yeah.
A lot more.
Scaffolding?
Scaffolding, thank you. Which I think suits Cliffside a little bit better for the name. So I did that. We wiped twice on the final boss. There was a time constraint, I believe, so we bailed on that. And I was like, I want to try one more time.
I bet you could have done it on a 3rd attempt. It's not
I feel like
too
we could have.
difficult.
I had faith, but time constraints, and they wanted to get a couple of the dailies done.
Mm-hmm.
So we just bailed on that and did a few others that were quite a bit lower in level. I took part in the first ever Tyria Pride Walk or Pride March. I've seen it mentioned both ways. I had to miss a portion of it in the middle.
Yeah, I wanted to go, but I fell asleep.
Oh, well, sleep's also good. I was there for the pre-events a little bit when they started gathering. I had plans that I needed to head out for, came back, started the march, got just before they got to the Black Citadel, and I had to leave again because Game of Thrones.
Of course. Yeah.
And then when I came back from that, I logged back in and they were in Radisum partying. So I missed a chunk of it for, I feel, important reasons. But it was really fun, and the community engagement for it was pretty impressive. The squad I was in was with Barbie. She was running that one.
Yeah.
Malibu Barbie, and there were 4 devs going with us.
And you added them all to your friends list?
I did. That's what I do.
Yeah.
I add ArenaNet people when I see tags to
if
friend
you're
list.
at ArenaNet and you're listening to the podcast, check your followers list. You will find Allona on it.
If I've run across you in-game, yes.
Yeah.
If you are not being followed by me, I've never actually seen you in-game.
But if you send Allona a mail, she will immediately follow you.
Accurate.
Yes.
100% accurate. We did a bunch of hero point nights for a variety of characters. I think I'm now working on my Revenant, a bit more. The one hero point night evolved into mastery point hunting for me in Tangled Depths. And there was the one chain we were doing with the New Hawk.
Yeah, the beetles and stuff.
And we had the 2 left in the chain to do so that I could get this mastery point. And we had all completely forgot that we had this map is closing. You have an hour and then it will close. And we're almost done the 5th event.
We were not the only people in that zone. There were plenty of other people, I think.
Certainly didn't feel like we were alone. And we all got ported out into a map where this event had already been finished. I'm like, no! So we did the event after it. So I have this one part of this chain I need to complete to get a mastery point there. But related to the mastery point thing, I finally figured out why mastery points were a stumbling block for Hashtag when she was finishing Nevermore. Side note, she's finished Nevermore. Congrats to Hashtag.
Congratulations, Hashtag.
But so I'm on the last line for New Hawk Masteries, which I need to finish Astralaria, and I don't have any of the mastery points needed to actually accept it.
Oh, really?
To finish it off?
I thought you had, needed just a few or something.
No, it's all of them, Hunter. It's all of those ones in
Was
there.
it like 9 or something?
I meant to check when we were on earlier. Sounds like it could be right.
Yeah, well,
I'd have to check.
That was just a guess.
I would argue that it's an educated guess. I need to kind of buckle down and see what I can get done with mastery points. Fortunately, I do have a fair number of them that are events related, but there are a lot that are get gold in adventures, and that's going to be tricky for me.
Mm-hmm.
Sad panda.
I don't have gold in like half the adventures. I mean, I have silver in just about every single one, but yeah.
I think there's probably about 5 or 6 that I could get from doing events still.
Yeah.
There's a bunch I still haven't got. Last night, I was just about to log off. We were doing some stuff in Noggin. Bonker was super sweet and whispered me that one of the new events that just came in yesterday was about to start. So we partied up everyone that was together and we went out there and hopped into that map just before it started. That was Iron Marches. So we went out there and did that. It's pretty cool. I honestly hadn't seen a lot of the chatter about the new events, so seeing what was actually involved. I actually hadn't even talked to Ella McKay yet in Lion's Arch, so I knew almost nothing about it. I was like the Jon Snow of this event chain. So I did that. And that was good. And just before the show, we got dailies done right before the Under the Wire, and you helped with that. We did the jumping puzzle in
Mount Maelstrom.
And Hashtag and you and I and one of the other members of Mock just happened to be there as well. So Cornbread joined us.
Mm-hmm.
And before that, though, we ended up doing just one of the ley line events that happens in that zone.
Yeah.
Because it just happened to be there. So we did it.
Yeah.
Romo is giving a bit of a tip here. FYI, you get a mastery point for challenging the Verdant Brink and Tangled Depths champion. Verdant Brink one is not mentioned in achievements. Intriguing. Secret masteries.
Points. The masteries are the actual lines.
Yes,
I'm being pedantic. Anyway.
You think? We live stream Wednesdays at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 6:30 p.m. Pacific Time at twitch.tv/MMO Reporter. You can subscribe to the audio version of the podcast on iTunes or Stitcher or Google Play or all three if you're super keen. And if you rate and review us, people will know that we are a real podcast. And my pleading from last week bore fruit.
Yes.
And we had 3 reviews. I'm only going to read 1 per week so we can spread it out over. We're going to milk this for all it's worth. And the first one that came through is 5 stars in iTunes from M in Canada.
You know, just because M from Canada is from Canada doesn't mean that we know her. I mean, not all Canadians know
or
each
know
other.
that she's a her.
Oh. Yeah.
The review is fun and fabulous. Listening to Guild Wars Reporter is like listening to really good guild chat, with jokes, good advice, and great camaraderie. And some yelling. An excellent place to start if you are new to the game or looking for something more community-oriented than strictly focused on the game's technical aspects. Above all, the show excels at listener participation.
Yeah.
It's a lovely, lovely review, and thank you very much. And it gave me something to talk about in this portion.
Thank you, stranger.
Yes, stranger that we don't know personally.
Think we're ready for another attack?
From land, air, or sea, we won't be caught off guard again.
Report from Lion's Arch.
Long live Lion's Arch.
Update get! We got an update. So there's a bunch of, you know, bug fixes, mostly events in various zones. The main thing that I would like to discuss first is the ley line energy has accumulated to alarming concentrations. This is the new events that they added.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, you get a scent and bail from Ella McKay. You go see her if you've done the previous events, because there were some precursor stuff that you had to do before she would talk to you. You get a Laystone item from her, which basically you just double click it. It tells you where the next event is going to take place. You go to that zone, and the event spawns, like I said earlier, every 2 hours, 20 minutes after the hour. And yeah, it's difficult to know where it's going to spawn. Apparently it's got 2 different spawn locations per zone. Usually, like, people will be crowded around, like, one of the locations, so just watch for commander tags and stuff like that.
Yeah, and I think map chat it would be pretty calling that out. So, like I said in my what I did this week, I didn't talk to Ella till after, so now I have this stone after the fact.
Yeah.
Although, interestingly, I did get credit for the achievements.
Oh, good.
Without talking to her first.
There's 5 achievements. I think I have 4 so far myself.
I think I have 3.
I did like 3 events, so I was bound to get a bunch of them. And, yeah, they reward mystic coins once a day, so that's good.
I don't feel like I got that. Maybe that's what I missed out on by doing it in the wrong order.
You might have.
I may have. I don't recall. I am pretty quick on the deposit materials button, so it's hard to say.
Right.
I am super quick on it. They fixed a bug in which teleport to friend items were consumed when the teleport was unsuccessful because you cannot teleport to people in raids. There are some updates to raids. I'll just say that part, and then you can read show notes for that. Further to fixing bugs, they fixed a bug that prevented revenants from receiving rewards from the dodge tutorial chests found in the racial starter areas. If you are unaware, in like Queensdale and Caledon Forest and what have you, the starter zones, there's little dodge tutorial areas, and apparently the revenants did not get rewards for that. And so they've changed that, and that is nice if you start a revenant.
Yes, and the magnification lens for the Astral Area 4, the Cosmos Collection, can now be acquired from Champion Eyes of Zaitan found in Straits of Devastation and Malkor's Leap. Allona, Was this one of the things that you needed?
It was. And I did not. So I needed this and antiquated slide, I think is telescope slide or something like that. And one was from the Risen High Wizard, and the other one said this from the Izaitan in the Curse Shore from the Promenade of the Gods event chain. And so I did not get that item, and I didn't even see an Izaitan. So I was like, I don't understand how to get this because I've been there twice and it's not happened. So this will make it for far, far easier for me.
Yeah, I know one particular spawn location that we can go to, and it's up fairly often. So if we can just get a few people together to kill a champion, we'll be fine.
The one in
Malcor's Leap? Yeah, by Light's Waypoint?
Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of too. In fact, I didn't realize there was an Izaitan in Straits of Devastation.
Yeah, it's in the catacombs underneath the Temple of Balthazar.
Oh, right. No. Okay, I did that event, and I was thinking, gosh, it would be nice if this eye dropped that thing. And the next day it does.
There's also an Eye of Zaitan in the tombs that are closer to Meddler's Waypoint. It's a very short event chain where you escort some people into the tombs, and then an eye spawns, and then
Where's Meddler's again?
Meddler's is like the main waypoint halfway down the zone.
In Straits, though?
No, in Kershore, sorry.
In Kershore. Oh, see, I'm wondering if it would drop from that as well then. Like any Eye of Zaitan should drop this.
Probably, but it doesn't mention it, so I don't know.
All right. So that's awesome. And I am going to definitely make use of this.
Yes.
Definitely. They fixed a bug that caused the Mystic Forge to return light armor shoulders after combining 4 medium armor shoulders of masterwork quality. And with the increase, if this had been a while ago, and maybe this has been around for a while, this bug, I know that when leather was super cheap, if I had put 3 medium things in and gotten light armor out, I'd be like, score! But not now.
Yeah, not now.
Silk is actually pretty cheap now.
Yeah, I wonder if they changed that because leather is such a pain in the butt now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, maybe it wasn't necessarily. Maybe it was not a bug, a feature. And they went, ugh, we kind of got to change this now. I could see. Possibly.
So they added a new reward track that contains tribal, stalwart, and apostle armor skins.
And there's a lot of rejoicing about this. This was something that a while ago, I can't remember where it came up specifically, but at the time Colin Johansson said, you're right. We said we were going to do something about this. I guess we're gonna. So now they have, and it's finally around. And there are certainly, for me, it's the apostle skins.
I don't have any of them, I don't think, because they were just a PvP reward, so I don't PvP, so I didn't have them.
You may, because early with the shards of glory or whatever they were called, before they switched over.
Oh, you mean the achievement chests?
Sorta.
With the skins that come out of the achievement chest? Or?
No, not the skins that came out of the achievement chest. Remember, it was a big bugaboo with me because I had all these potions that I couldn't use.
Oh, the glory boosters.
Maybe that's what it was. I have some of each of these armors because of that. When wardrobe came in and there was a bunch of things
and
you
used
could
up
do
your
to
glory
unlock stuff.
To buy those skins, is what you're saying.
But it was random whether I got them or not. And then they also removed crafting stations and crafting vendors from World vs. World maps.
Yes. Forgot something. Mm-hmm. The reward tracks are both in PvP and in World vs. World.
Oh. That's very interesting.
So, remove the crafting stations. Kind of inconvenient, because I did occasionally go World versus World to use the crafting stations, but it does make sense, and I can't really complain about it.
Yeah. I have heard people say, like, oh, now I gotta go somewhere else for all these things. Well, I never used the ones in World vs. World. I actually, I didn't know they existed. So,
Well, a lot of people were complaining that like that's their main bank that they use when they're in World vs. World because, I mean, you have to like have a keep to use the other banks.
right.
It's kind of convoluted to get to your bank otherwise.
I can understand that from the point of view too, like with particularly with how they have participation in World versus World. You don't want to hop out to just like, oh, I'll just go to the guild hall, deposit some things, and come back because you'll lose all your participation.
Well, thankfully they announced today, I think, that they're going to put bank NPCs in World versus World maps.
Oh,
in
good,
various
good,
places.
good. There are new items and promotions. They added a new White Mantle appearance pack. This pack contains 1 White Mantle outfit, 1 White Mantle glider, 1 Immortal weapon choice, a total makeover kit, 5 Black Lion chest keys, and it's available in the style category of the gem store for 2,000 gems. And there was an update yesterday where they added the glider and the outfit individually.
Were they not individual on release?
I don't believe so.
I think they probably were, and
it maybe just wasn't in the
notes.
notes. Oh, okay. Well, the glider is available for 400 gems on its own, or the outfit is available for 700 gems on its own. So first of all, the outfit is beautiful.
Yeah, it's one of the better outfits that they've done, I have to admit.
I quite like it. And the glider it's very big. And I'm not saying that in a bad way. Like, it is ginormous.
It is Trump describing something large. It's huge. It's huge.
It's huge. It's huge. It is definitely huge. But here is and it's personal. It's a personal thing. My personal problem is I cannot in good conscience have my character wear anything that is White Mantle.
Yeah, no, I was going to say the exact same thing. I don't like it on principle because it's White Mantle. How could you wear villain's clothing?
See how they did it with Guild Wars 1. Segue to the war in Krita in Guild Wars 1. They had Shining Blade outfit and a White Mantle outfit. And it was specific. They weren't necessary for doing the story, but it could add flavor because I think there was the one part where you were trying to infiltrate.
Mm-hmm.
From that point of view, it kind of like, oh, we're trying to infiltrate the White Mantle. I'm going to put on the White Mantle outfit. And it totally made sense there. Now, who knows where Living Story Season 3 is going to take us. If there's any sort of like infiltration storyline, I would probably buy it. just for, because it honestly, it's a beautiful outfit. It's
great for role playing, I would say.
The White Mantle logo is really prominent.
Well, role playing as a bad guy.
That's true. So, I don't know. I may or may not get the big bundle item. I love bundles.
I'm not a fan of the bundles. Usually the rest of the stuff in the bundle is terrible.
I know. Word ironically. I'm such a sucker for bundles. I am the reason they keep making bundles.
Just another thing that you ignore me about.
This is willful ignorance, though, because I don't...
Well, I'm pretty sure most of it is willful ignorance, but okay.
Okay. And they've also introduced a new Focus Solar logging tool, and it's available for 1,000 gems. Honestly, I feel bad. I haven't seen this in practice yet. I assume it goes with... it's kind of along with the...
Similar to the thing that...
The cosmic mining one?
That cosmic mining one is like... It's huge.
It is nice, too.
From the graphic they have in the gem store, it's like a tripod that sets up and then focuses a magnifying glass at the base of the tree. But I haven't actually seen it in use either, so I'm just going by that graphic.
And for the next week, we're taking 15% off the cosmic mining tool, and I haven't picked that up yet, so I might, actually. Oh, lots of things to get. Something that's not in here, is it not available, the hover? Did they not include the Glidertron?
Oh, no, that was in the preview, but it's not actually in the gem store yet. So you can preview it, but you can't buy it.
Oh, Well, because that thing looks awesome.
It does. It's
Which
pretty
we
big,
can't talk
too.
about yet because it's not actually in the show notes.
Well, I think we can.
Sure. It's
big.
in the preview. Yeah, it's big. So you look like you have the XR-tron on your back, and each of the limbs go out, so arms and legs, and then there's like hover pads that will pivot a little bit and turn.
Yeah, like 4 drones in each corner or something.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of.
Festy is saying that I need to buy the White Mantle appearance. Well, maybe not the appearance pack, but the outfit and make a character called Justicar Allona. I don't know.
Justicar Allona. Well, you've already got Allona.
No, I don't have Allona. Celeste has Allona.
Celeste has Allona?
Celeste made a character named Allona.
Oh.
I don't have Allona. I get to play alongside Allona. And finally, there are improvements, such as the shared inventory slots can now be dragged to either the beginning or the end of the inventory. An additional embed shared bag option in the inventory options menu allows players to keep shared inventory slots on their own row or have them embedded into the bag slot grid view.
Yeah.
I like having them on their own, but I have seen how other people have setups and having that big empty space to the right.
Yeah, so annoying. So I embedded them right away.
So that's cool.
They released some late notes, which we took from when we were talking about the notes, but if you read the notes a lot, then you probably missed these late notes if you want to go check them out. Just a bunch of bug fixes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were actually a fair number of general, like, polish and bug fixes and things like that. So if something you had been working on seemed to have been bugged, check the show notes. Perhaps it is one of the items that have been fixed this round.
Mm-hmm. In other news, there are new achievements for the old Leyline events, like the one we were talking about in Mount Maelstrom.
Which I have not looked at all, so I have no idea what to do with them.
Okay, so basically, I think you need to do one of those events 3 times, and you'll get an achievement, but you have to go to each location in each zone. So there's 2 locations in Snowdin, 2 in Blaze Ridge, and 2 in Maelstrom.
You have to do each one of those 3 times?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, there's 6 achievements, I think, and yeah. So it's a bit of a commitment, but it's not too bad. I think they spawn every 20 minutes, so with a little luck, you can work on more than one at a time.
Cool.
There's not much else to say about that. They weren't in the update notes. People just happened to figure it out on their own, and
sneaky. And this week we found out that the raid music is now on SoundCloud, and you can listen to it at your leisure. And having not experienced much in the way of raids, I am looking forward to listening to this. Confession, I have not yet, but based on the Heart of Thorn soundtrack, I think I'm going to like it.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Speaking of raids, before we leave that topic, I was just reading on the forums, I totally forgot about this, that when you enter the Stronghold of the Faithful wing, you go up to the cave on the side, there's a cooking crafting station, but there's also like a recipe you can read, and it will add to your cooking profession once you read it. Yeah, it was there before, but it wouldn't activate, and now it supposedly activates. I haven't gone in to see, but I'm planning to.
Oh, well, would you have to go in with your chef or just any of your professions?
Well, I think you would have to go in with your chef. I mean, you could probably get it on anything, but yeah. I mean, if you have a level 0 cook, it would not make much sense to go in on that character.
Yeah. No, but what I was wondering is if you went on with your regular raid character, would your chef automatically get, like, isn't it a count-bound recipe?
I would guess no.
Okay. But we don't know for sure.
No.
Do you require my assistance?
Ask an Azura.
Excelsior.
Hunter put out a call earlier today for Ask an Azura questions, and Romo answered that call.
Yeah, Romo writes, with the whole new Leyline events and Anomaly showing up with new events, do you think there's a chance that the Living Story Season 3 might have some kind of connection to the Anomaly in Fractals, and how sometimes you can become the Anomaly by jumping into the Mystic Forge in LA? With that in mind, is the Mystic Forge connected to ley lines?
And then a cute little emoji of like, what? Basically, which I thought was awesome.
So I think that's a pretty good theory. I've been hearing that from a lot of people, connecting the anomaly from the new events to the Thomanova anomaly. Same terminology, and they look really alike.
Mm-hmm.
I don't necessarily draw any conclusions because Arena does like to reuse assets quite a bit.
Yeah, I don't think they'd reuse an asset and a name, though.
True. That's a good point. So yeah, it's very plausible. What do you think?
I hadn't thought too much about it, but I was also checking on Reddit today, and there was some similar chatter about that. And the one specifically, the Leyline event theory, and this one is about how the explorers blow up. And this is Siftastic posted this. They even have YouTube videos of showing explorers or Inquest or Consortium members either fading, translucent and disappearing, or going boom in a cloud of dust, and they have footage of these all happening. And long story short, their personal story is the explorers that vanish into the ley lines are coming back as the anomalies, which is why they're cowering when we're chasing them.
So that's their theory.
Yeah, they're scared and freaking out, and then we kill them. And you thought that was a little too dark for...
I think ArenaNet probably wouldn't go that far. But
I don't know. The whole Inquest Sylvari thing. I don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah, and the top comment on this is, if this is true, then I feel sad. Because it does cower when you break the bar as it tries to run away. And its attacks are defensive.
Yeah, the defensive skills makes a lot of sense. I don't know, it's too little information to go on so far.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm sure they'll take it someplace and we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
That seems to be the direction we're heading.
Yeah. And I just thought that was kind of interesting.
No, it is very interesting. Spirit wrote in regards to Living Story speculation that...
Oh, because you tweeted out again that
you
would like to hear People's Living Story Season 3 speculation.
Yeah. Thank you for bringing that up. I totally forgot this was a separate prompt. Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I tweeted out for speculation, and Spirit says, clearly with all the evidence of ley lines mutating critters, the main villains of Season 3 will be Layscrit.
I want to see Layscrits. Because they themselves would be shiny.
Shiny, shiny, shiny.
And they would not know what to do with this information.
Yeah, and to that, Sea Squirrel Run responded by saying, riding siege turtles firing ley cannons.
It's not happening, but I would love it to happen.
I think it should be ley siege turtles. But yeah, it's a good suggestion.
But also the ley line cannons, with the boom.
Yeah.
We also got an email from Kaladin Oakenshield. It was titled Heroic Insights, Kaladin Oakenshield, and the Truth of What Is to Come.
Good title.
Friends, Tyrians, countrymen, followers, admirers, worshippers, fans. Let me tell you of what is to come. The purpose of the Elder Dragons and their awakening has become clear. They were to awaken when the world's level of magic had reached an excess level and devour it down to a more controlled, safe degree. For magic unfettered and left to grow to critical mass has the potential to break down reality itself and breach the veil between Tyria and the mists, where the past, present, and future of all things could collide, leaving but a chaotic nebula of destruction. With the death of the first awakened Elder Dragon Zaitan and subsequent defeat and death of the second Mordermoth, the level of excess magic has already reached dangerous levels. Typically funneled along natural energy highways called ley lines to the Elder Dragons, it has become evident that the magical energies have begun to exceed their bandwidth capabilities. For example, one look around Lion's Arch, a large ley node center itself. You will begin to notice this excess as the energies flicker around various buildings and fixtures. To the typical citizen, this would be most unusual and perhaps frightening. But to the trained eye of a world-renowned hero, that'd be me, this signals the coming of the next epic adventure. I could go into much greater detail, of course, but why ruin the fun and spoil the tale? Suffice it to say, while the awakening of the last remaining Elder Dragons will continue to threaten Tyria, a new and very unexpected figure will emerge into the world, the avatar of a long-dead god, who could either bring to rest the Elder Dragon threat, or show us the twilight of world as we know it. Heroically yours, Kaladin Oakleshield. That's
applause.
It was golf clap applause. Cal goes, he's my favorite.
So, yeah, a lot of people agree that that's all with most of what Cal says there.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot to dispute. I personally don't think that the ley lines run directly to the dragons, like, on purpose. I think this are just like a matrix, and the dragons sort of settle down on the big nodes or something.
Yeah, but the end result is the same.
Yeah, because I'm being pedantic.
Kaladin Elder God confirmed, says Zero. And you had one final prediction for Living World Season 3?
Well, I wanted to get in on this, so I wrote in, and I said that, I said on Twitter earlier that, like, a new season basically means a new zone, so we're probably getting a new zone in the next month or so. I mean, I can't see any way we're not getting a new zone. So we're getting a new zone. I can't wait.
I like that you're very positive about this.
Yeah,
Hopeful.
I want a new zone. I'm pretty sure we're getting a new zone. I mean, how could they do anything without a new zone? They can't. So if they don't, screw them.
Oh my god. You had to take something beautiful and make it terrible, didn't you?
It's not terrible.
Well,
just
negative.
Want a new zone, and if they don't give it to me, I'm going to quit Get Wars 2.
You are not. Whatever, dude. Do you have a tip? Do you?
Oh.
Unrelated to rage?
There was that tip that I came up with while we were going through stuff. So, if you go to the guild bank, what most people don't realize is that if you look in the upper left corner, there's a drop-down menu that says Account Bank or Guild Bank. And if you click on it and you switch, you can see your own bank inventory. So normally when you look at the UI for the guild bank, you got your inventory from your bags on the left and the guild bank on the right. And if you use the drop-down menu, it'll switch from your inventory bags to your bank account, and you can see all of your bank stuff and get it out by opening your inventory and switching anything in your bank over to your inventory UI.
And did you want to save your other tip for next time then?
I guess I will.
There you go.
Because it's really hard to come up with tips.
Gotta save them when you can. I actually need to try that because I don't think I've actually tested that out.
The Guild Bank UI?
Yeah, I don't think I've tried that. I remember you talking about it, but I haven't tried it.
Okay.
And I was given a gift from Romo, who direct messaged me on Twitter a tip for tonight. So thank you, Romo. The tip is buying fractal rare 20-slot bags and putting it close to the bottom of your inventory lets you put Mystic Salvage Kit in the first slot, and all the rares you will get will nicely align right in front of the Mystic Salvage Kit, ready for actoing. At least the first 19 rares. Anyway, org-based meta.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, somebody put up a video on Reddit of them, aligning stuff so they could just click through everything in their inventory.
Oh, can you find that and share it with me?
I don't remember the title. It was last week or something.
Oh, well, then it's lost forever.
On Reddit? May as well be, yeah.
Or the internet in general. If you do not have that saved, it is gone. God. So that was the tip. And just a reminder for the next Surviving the Mists, the game is Time to Die. If you could create a new die theme set, what would be the theme and a sample color or two? And the example was the Thaumanova Cleanup Pack, a dimly glowing dye. Safest way to dispose of waste, irradiated orange and irradiated green. And I have mine ready to submit. I got written on a piece of paper here.
I always forget about the games, and I have absolutely nothing ready. So we'll see if I have anything for next week.
Well, just come up with it later. And type
Well, that would be the idea.
Like tonight.
Tonight? We'll see.
We shall.
Tales of Tyria.
On Tumblr, Frednot made this really amazing Sylvari image. And not only did they do the daytime Sylvari, they did the nighttime Sylvari as well. And man, it looks so good.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's good. I'm sitting here flipping between them on OBS and going, woo, on, off. So nice. I thought that was good. And the next one, it's what's a Tales of Tyria without some cosplay? This is Team Allona, and this is a photo shoot. They're a photo shoot with our new Guild Wars 2 cosplays all together. They're wearing the Daydreamer's finery, a raw and stag armor, and it was truly amazing to gather in these outfits like this. So it's great lighting on this. They got the green under lighting.
Mm-hmm.
And the armors look great. The weapons, the Dwayna sword, so good. And I really like how they've done the Daydreamer's finery. Really like how it looks there. I have the Daydreamer's finery, and I find it a little bit fussy, and so I don't put it on that much. But I like how they've interpreted it here, and the Ara is so good. The blue that they've used.
And she's even got that eye makeup on that one human female model.
Mm-hmm. Romo is pointing out that the woman wearing the stag armor has my greatsword, and that is why. Not gonna lie, that's why I pulled this, because that greatsword made me happy.
Yeah, they did a great job all around. I'm fairly surprised.
Mm-hmm.
So who likes hockey? I'm Canadian, but I don't watch it. Do you watch hockey, Allona? No?
I prefer going to hockey games, but yeah, I like listening to hockey.
Okay. Well, earlier today, there was a thread on Reddit where someone had noticed that the newest team in the Chinese Hockey League, I think it's called the KHL, had used a logo for its team that very closely resembled Guild Wars 2 logo. So, this is a professional hockey sports team, and they were ripping off Guild Wars 2. So there was a fair amount of discussion about it, and somebody went ahead and made a graphic where they were pointing out the similarities, because it's not an exact copy. But
it's pretty darn close to
it's extremely close. But somebody went through and circled everything that was pretty much a copy-paste from the Guild Wars 2 logo.
They basically just condensed it. They had to make it more narrow.
Yeah. They smoothed things out and basically traced everything.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of discussion about that, and then someone from Sports Illustrated, I guess, saw that, and they made an article at the Sports Illustrated website and talking about it, and used some of the assets, so it's on Sports Illustrated for some reason.
They said putting a pro hockey team in Beijing is a pretty creative idea, but what's not creative is swiping the logo from a video game. The subreddit for Guild Wars 2 is currently up in arms over the logo for Kunlun Red Star, the newest franchise in the KHL. The team's dragon logo sure looks a lot like the dragon logo on the cover of Guild Wars 2, doesn't it? One user created a side-by-side comparison that shows specific parts of the logos that are the same. Another user on Reddit's hockey page points out that a different KHL team borrowed, quotes, its logo from a concept design posted on a sports logo message board. The league should hire some better graphic designers.
Yeah, I mean, I wish I could say that I expect differently from China, but I do not.
It's, yeah. They included the side-by-side comparison that we had up on the show here that they had got from Reddit. And I think Gail responded to the Reddit thread, and Chris Cleary did as well. He had my favorite comment, which was just, I like hockey.
What did Gail say?
Originally it said, Guild Wars 2 now has a pro-Chinese ice hockey team. And Gail responded, not us, not ours. Thanks for pointing it out. We've already flagged this for review, but we'll ask about it again. Grumble. So.
That's amusing.
Mm-hmm. And that is it for the show.
Yeah, that was a pretty quick show.
Yeah, an hour.
Yeah.
Wow, look at us go, even on a patch day.
Yeah.
So thank you for joining us in chat. Thank you for downloading the show wherever you happen to consume this media. And we hope to see you in game.
See you later, everybody.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, Hunter, thanks for joining me.
Yeah. No, that's fine.
And actually never really, did I thank chat room? I feel like I didn't. Did I forget to thank chat room?
I don't.
Chat room, you're awesome. Always thank you. Always.
Legion calls.
So if you have a community event that you would like for us to share, go ahead and send us an email.
Seize the moment.
And if you've got a burning question or for our Ask an Azura segment, just let us know.
I'm selling. You buying?
We have coupon codes for Doghouse Systems. Use the coupon code MMO Reporter at doghousesystems.com to get an additional 120 gigabyte Super Star Destroyer drive for free on their next build.
No free samples.
Patreon page. If you're in love with the show or the network, please consider becoming a patron on our Patreon page.
Thanks for pitching in.
In the very least, it helps us keep the metaphorical lights on. So check it out at patreon.com/MMO Reporter.
That fulfills my needs. Thanks so much.
audibletrial.com/MMO Reporter. Books!
Books, now with sound!
Knowledge is the greatest treasure.
If you want a free audiobook, you should go to audibletrial.com/MMO Reporter.
That's valuable.
So, Allona, if people want to get in contact with us, how would they do so?
They would email us at gwreporter@mmoreporter.com. Twitter is @gwreporter. Our website is guildwarsreporter.com.
You must visit more often.
Voicemail is 616-666-6778, or use the widget on the right-hand side of the website. Our YouTube channel is MMO Reporter Network, and remember to like our videos and subscribe to the GW Reporter playlist. And if you feel like it, wander around and see what other shows are on the network that you might enjoy.
You are a welcome guest.
Mm-hmm. Facebook is GW Reporter. Tumblr is gwreporter.tumblr.com.
So you can reach me on Twitter. My Twitter handle is clouded_chimera. You spell chimera CHIMERA.
Find me at Hunter's Insight.
I was not prepared.
Allona may be found at One Big Pair.
As in PEAR.
And Celeste at Selly Uki.
CELEOOKIE.
Yeah, or you can visit us in-game. I'm onebigpair.1249.
In-game account is Clouded Chimera, all one word, 0.9670. Send me a mail, give me a whisper. I'm always willing to chat and help you out with whatever you need.
And I'm Sellyuki.5046.
Thanks to our fantastic chat room. You were busy and awesome and super cool tonight, so thanks a lot for coming out and recording with us. But most importantly, we hope to see you in game.
May the spirits of the wild watch over you.
Good hunting.
Keep your blade sharp and your powder dry.
Take care of yourself.
May the Six watch over you.
Until next time!
Well, we should just quit the show forever.
Quit the show forever. I keep saying Australaria like I'm getting Australaria. Yeah, I'm consuming media. Nom, 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 nom. Make sure to wrap up an episode without derailing so everyone, me, knows when the show is over.
Thank you for editing, Cal.
Thank you. Oh, crap. I remember something I wanted to add into the show.
Oh,
well, we'll just talk about it with chat.
Thanks for watching the video, everybody. Don't forget to check out all the other podcasts at MMOreporter.com or by clicking on any of the links here. And please check out our Patreon campaign at patreon.com/MMOreporter. Thanks, everyone, and see you in game.